So, okay. So, when you think about the instruction strategy, you need to consider what mode you're gonna use. So, delivery system, right? In the classroom, or you're gonna use a computer or online learning environment like a Canvas or actual physical activity. So you need to think about the delivery system, right? Based on your delivery system, you need to pick the proper instruction strategy, right? So think about the delivery system. So you may provide a rationale, what delivery system you're gonna use. Especially for the Scratch team, you will use the laptop or computer lab, right, as your mode. And you do not consider online learning environment, right? You consider face-to-face interaction, right? So you can pick that kind of a strategy, not online learning environment. Right? Even you use the computer. Okay. And here, planning, logistic, and management. I think you can see this chart from your textbook, and this textbook explains that plan the instructional strategy, this one, and you need to sequence the cluster of content. You cannot teach whole content in one sequence, right? You did already separate the instructional goal as a major steps, right? Major goal. And you also have the subordinate skills belong to the one major step, right? So consider that instructional analysis and make a chunk as a one unit of instruction. So I need this information from your report. So you may use the previous instructional analysis and reorganized instructional goal and make a chunk. And chunk means you're gonna deal that one using the same strategy. Does it make sense? When your chunk is big enough, then you can separate. And you can still use the same strategy, but this one first and this one later. But if the small part, if your instructional strategy is different, then you need to separate based on your instructional strategy. So first, think about the sequence of the instruction and make a chunk, and consider if the chunk use the same strategy or not. Then you need to decide the chunk. Okay. And choose the subject, choose the grouping. So now you think about the activity, learning activity, individual task or group task. In your case, Scratch. I like Scratch. You can think about that. So here there's a computer lab. Then you can make them individually learn the Scratch. It's fine, totally fine. Or you can think about that. One student develop the code and the other one can provide a suggestion, or make them together using one computer and develop the one project. Totally up to you. Based on your philosophy or instruction strategy, you can think about other different ways to make it more effective and engaging. And select media deliver learning component. In your case, you can prepare the handout, or you can prepare online learning material because they're gonna use the computer. So that online learning material can prompt the process. Why not? Because it's a face-to-face, you can prepare the handout, it will be fine. So think about your feasibility and the learning context, and assign the objective to the lesson or learning session. So I think this one go with this part together. I don't think you need to separate these two as a chunk. This one is assign objective to the instruction, but actually this one can happen here, the cluster.
Dr. Kwon,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask a question? I cannot see any reason to separate those two first steps and those three the following steps.
Which one is it for?
Step 2, 3,
2, 3?
and step 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
The book said that they need to be considered at the same time. But they divided the sequence here.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking like that. Yeah, it happened together, right? It happened together, but for our conceptual understanding, we can separate this procedure. But actually, this is not really procedure, but kind of a chunk we can need to consider.
So, what is the standard that divides those chunks then?
Standard?
Yeah,
What do you mean
there-
chunk? Chunk
there
mean
should be-
you mean this one, this one, this one?
No. I
No?
mean,
That's
2 and 3.
cluster? 2 and 3.
Yeah. There should be some reason, but I cannot find one in the text.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to talk about that.
You dig and tree?
Yeah, bring this book. Yeah. I think they divide this component to support understanding. Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah, that's why I do not want to make you as a sequence. And consider media selection. Yeah. So select the media and consider consolidate media selection. So I want to see this kind of rationale from your report. Yeah. Here's a learning context. So we want to distribute worksheet to support them to plan the program, or you may think the discussion about the strengths and weakness of the augmented reality that will enhance their understanding about AR. So you can provide that kind of rationale.
Question.
Yeah.
So how detailed do you want the media to be? Like if we have a worksheet, do you want to see the worksheet or just say the worksheet is provided?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
That's
we
good
have-
question. Yeah,
We have
that's a good
PowerPoints, we have videos, and then how detailed do you want those?
question. Detail enough, I can understand what you mean.
Okay.
It's clear?
So maybe a description of each of the media that we use and why.
So worksheet means, here is the worksheet. So here, we want to prepare the worksheet that guides the student to plan, decompose the task. I think that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to see whole the worksheet in the
Okay.
strategy plan. But when you develop the learning materials, then you want to provide the main content.
Hmm.
So if the worksheet is the main content, I want to see the main content in the learning material. Yeah. Sequence and clustering. So here, one example from the last year, they want to teach variable concept using the Scratch, and they chunk this one as a one unit, and they make this one as a one unit. Actually, the resolution is not too full, so we cannot read it, but yeah. So as this illustration illustrate, you can use your instructional analysis to make a chunk. Actually, you don't need to show all this diagram. You can just use the number, or you can just chunk down and show the major step. That's fine because I understand and you understand. So that's fine. But I just want to see how you chunk the instructional goals. So when you decide the cluster, you may want to consider these 5 factors: learner's capability and complexity of the content. And I think length of content also to be considered, and type of learning, what type of learning you use, whether activity can be varied or there's only one option for that activity, and what time is required. Actually, do you remember? Actually, I require you develop the 1 or 2 hours instruction. But it's getting bigger, right? When you consider the instruction design, it's really difficult to develop 1 hour workshop or 2 hour workshop. I think the augmented reality that needs several sessions, right? So considering that, I will also consider the workload. When you develop instructional materials, I do not expect you're gonna develop whole, maybe 5-week training session. I expect you 1 hour or 2 hours learning material. So you can select one session, or you can also select one session. Learning activities. So when you plan to make it a group, you need to consider how you group, or how, or you can just let students find the group members. I did let you find the group member because I think it worked best in this situation. But in other situation, maybe in K-12 situation, maybe teacher need to assign groups. Here, the social interaction, we need to also consider the interaction in the group activity. What is task-oriented? Usually task-oriented means students work together based on the task, what they should do. So they most students work on these interactions if they do well. But if they do not well, then they may engage in the social-oriented interactions. There's a kind of positive and negative interactions, right? Some struggling with the free riders, or some struggling with the circle effect. Circle effect means I do well this task, but I do not want to do that work because I do not want my other member just piggyback my effort. So that's the circle effect. So the instructor, teacher should consider how students interact with each other, task-oriented or social-oriented. Sometimes when they do well in the task-oriented interaction, they share positive social interaction. Or sometimes they share the positive social interaction, such as the helpful interactions, then they have a good task-oriented interaction too. So teacher, instructor should consider this part. And group regulation is very important. As you experienced in the collaboration, you need to regulate not only yourself, but also other members. Right? So that's a good regulation. And during that process, they form some group norms, and they also share some responsibilities. So teacher can support that process too. So when you think about the strategy, instructional strategy, you need to also think about these features. But I do not expect you to continue contain this information from your report. Right? Yeah. This is more see this information from your report. Okay, selection, media, and delivery system. Do you remember the Kozma and Clark's debate? Do you learn this one? Or
I think only some of it. I think that's in the foundations class.
511?
We just read it.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
we
511,
did.
yeah, learn this one, right? Yeah. Any other? I think this is a kind of the classical debate in the instructional technology field. That's why you learn from the 511. So, who said media doesn't affect the instruction? Clark, yeah. Why Kozma explained media affect the instruction? Then why Clark said media doesn't affect the instruction?
It's
Method is important.
What?
Plus, method could be more important than media.
Method.
Oh.
What's the method then?
Instructional?
Instructional strategy.
Yeah.
The design is important. So Clark said instruction is the vegetable, and the media is the truck. Which truck we use is fine. The important thing is what truck bring, right? That's the instruction. That's the Clark's position. But Kozma said media has some attribute that affect our learning. All right. So when we use computer, it can provide a kind of immediate feedback that is not possible to other media, right? So Kozma says each media has a kind of unique feature that affect learning. That's their debate, right? Anyway, what I want to say here is not their positioning, but when you select media, you need to consider how the media or how the instructional design that utilizing that media affect the learning. You need to consider this relationship. If you're not sure about this relationship, you need to stop and think about that. So, for example, Scratch. In the Scratch lab, you can provide a handout, paper, and let them just fill out the worksheet using the pencil. And, or you can provide a web form, then they can fill out the form by typing. If there is no educational difference in these two modes, then which one do you want to go?
the least expensive one.
Less expensive one, or more feasible one, right? So maybe paper and pencil, and the paper worksheet will be valuable, right? So something like that. So when you pick the media, you need to think about this effect, or the effect embedded in that media. So this is the example of the clustering. You can see it from the textbook. And you may think about what is the pre-instructional activity you're going to provide. Sometimes you don't need the pre-instructional activity, depends, but if you want and if you need, then you can identify pre-instructional activity. And you already designed the assessment tool, so you now think how you can utilize the assessment tool, or how you can use the formative evaluation or first test. And follow-through training. So how do you support them to use that method skill in the real context? So you can provide them memory aid, or you need to think about how can you facilitate the transfer process. So this is an example form of presentation of present. So when you read this one, written meeting scenario. So here, meeting scenario will be provided, and they will practice with the this scenario. And here, student participation. So students will have checklist, and identify this one from the written scenario. Right? So when you read this one, you can easily imagine what will happen in the classroom. What activity, what learning activity will occur. You can imagine that, right? So I want to see this type of description in your report. Is it clear enough? Okay. This is also another example. Yeah. Question about the instructional strategy.